Hello and welcome back. So today, I decided I wanted to talk about the movies that are still coming out in 2020. So as you may or may not know, major movie theater chains are getting ready to reopen, some of them this weekend. Now to me, that seems a bit early. I certainly won't be headed to the theaters this weekend, and there won't even be any new films coming out until next month. So I decided I wanted to go over all the movies that are still set to come out this year and some of the movies that were moved to 2021. So I found this article from Vanity Fair. They list every movie that was set to come out this year that had moved its release date, and so I'm going to be giving you its original release date and its new release date, and I'm going to do this rapid fire so that we can get through this whole list, and hopefully this will be informative so you can decide what movies you're going to head to the theaters to see this 2020, if that's something you feel comfortable doing. I haven't made up my mind yet if that's something I'll be doing, but here we go. A Quiet Place Part 2 from Paramount. Original release date March 20th. New release date September 4th. I'm going to skip some of the movies I've never heard of, so I'm going to skip The Truth. Mulan from Disney. Original release date March 27th. New release date July 24th. The New Mutants from Disney Fox. Original release date April 3rd. New release date August 28th. Peter Rabbit 2 from Sony. Original release date April 3rd. New release date January 15th, 2021. The Lovebirds from Paramount was set to release on April 3rd, and that movie ended up being released on Netflix. No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie from MGM, was originally set to release in April 10th, and is now being released in November 20th, 2020. It's crazy to think we could have already seen that movie. Saint Maud from A24, originally released April 10th. They have not announced a new release date. Trolls World Tour from Universal obviously was set to release April 17th, but was released in April on digital on demand. Antlers from Disney Fox was set to release on April 17th. They've not announced a new release date. Never heard of that. Antebellum, which is a horror movie from Lionsgate, originally set to release April 24th. New release date August 21st. Black Widow from Disney was originally set to release on May 1st, 2020, and has set its new release date for November 6th. Personal History of David Copperfield from Disney Fox was originally set to release May 8th and is now being released August 14th. Never heard of Run. The Woman in the Window from Disney Fox was set to release May 15th and does not have a new release date just yet. Spiral, which is a Saw spin-off movie, was originally set to release on May 15th and has moved all the way to May 21st, 2021, almost or more than a year later. Scoop from Warner Brothers was originally set to release on May 15th and was debuted on digital, just like Trolls. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, was originally set to release on May 22nd and is now being released on August 7th. Still eyeing that summer window. We'll see how that works out. Fast and the Furious 9 from Universal was set to release May 23rd and is now being released almost a year later on April 2nd, 2021. Artemis Fowl from Disney was originally set to release on May 29th and was released on Disney Plus on June 12th. The Green Knight from A24 was originally set to release on May 29th. And does not have a new release date just yet. I have not heard of Irresistible. Wonder Woman 1984 from Warner Brothers was originally set to release on June 5th and is now being released on October 2nd. I'm really excited for that movie. It was going to come out in August and they moved it back again. Never heard of Greyhound. Candyman, the horror remake from Universal, was originally set to release on June 12th and is now being released on September 25th. The King of Staten Island was originally set to release on June 19th and is now on digital. Soul from Disney, the new Pixar movie, was set to release on June 19th and has been moved to November 20th. By the way, Onward is a fantastic movie that got its theatrical run cut short, so if you didn't see that, check it out on Disney Plus. I'm sorry you missed it in theaters. Top Gun Maverick from Paramount was originally set to release on June 24th and is now being released on December 23rd. In the Heights, the musical movie from Warner Brothers, was originally set to release on June 26th and is now being released on June 21st, 2021. Never heard of that movie. Minions: The Rise of Gru from Universal was originally set to release on July 3rd and is now being released all the way in July 2nd, 2021. Free Guy, the comedy from Disney Fox, was originally set to release on July 3rd and is now being released on December 11th. Ghostbusters Afterlife, the next attempt at reviving the Ghostbusters franchise from Sony, was originally set to release this summer on July 10th and is now being released next year, March 5th. The Forever Purge, yet another Purge movie from Universal, was originally set to release on July 10th, does not have a new release date just yet. Bob's Burgers, which I didn't know was getting a movie, is coming from Disney Fox, originally meant to release July 17th, now being released April 9th, 2021. Tenet, this is the one getting all the news coverage. It was originally set to release on July 17th. For the longest time, they insisted they would not change that date. And now they have decided to push it back by just 2 weeks to July 31st. Next up, we have, I've never heard of, come play. Jungle Cruise from Disney, which is another movie I was pretty excited for, was originally set to release on July 24th, and is now being released on July 30th, 2021. I actually didn't know that. That is disappointing. I'm excited for that movie, and now I've got to wait. The French Dispatch from Disney Fox was originally set to release on July 24th, and is now being released this year on October 16th. Morbius, the next Spider-Man villain solo movie from Sony, was originally set to release on July 31st and is now being released on March 19th, all the way in 2021. Barb and Star from Lionsgate, I'll mention this one because I saw the trailer and it looked kind of funny. July 31st moved to next July. Sponge on the Run moved from July 31st to August 7th. Never heard of Infinite, never heard of Malignant, never heard of Nobody. The One and Only Ivan from Disney is now coming to Disney+. Escape Room 2 is coming in January of 2021. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is coming 2021. The Beatles, which is a movie The Beatles Get Back from Disney, I hadn't heard of that, is now coming in 2021. Connected, which is another Sony Animation movie that I liked the trailer, and I'm excited to see what they do after Spider-Man, of course. So that was originally set to release in September and is now being released in October. Never heard of that. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage from Sony was originally slated to release this October 2nd and is now being released in 2021 on June 25th. The Witches from Warner Bros. Does not have a new release date yet. The Eternals from Disney, the next MCU movie, I suppose the next MCU movie after Black Widow, has been moved from November 6th to February 12th, 2021. That's another one I didn't really realize was not coming out till next year. Godzilla vs. Kong from Warner Bros. Was set to release November 20th and is now being released May 21st, 2021. Raya and the Last Dragon, which is the next Disney Animation Studios movie that I was really excited for, was set to release on November 25th and is now being released March 12th, 2021. Tom and Jerry from Warner Bros., which is a movie I did not know was happening, was supposed to come out this December and it's coming out next March. Don't know what that is. Shang-Chi, the, I guess, third MCU movie in line, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings from Disney, was set to release February 12th, 2021, and will now release May 7th, 2021. I actually didn't know that one was coming so soon. I think it's going to be a cool movie. M. Night Shyamalan apparently had a movie coming out in 2021, and they haven't given it a new release date. We're getting into 2021 movies, so I'm going to stop here, but it looks like Doctor Strange, John Wick, Matrix, The Batman, Indiana Jones, Spider-Man sequel, Mission Impossible, some really big movies you can see that were slated have all been pushed back, and that gets to the larger point of the fact that everything is screwed up now. Every movie had to push back. And now 2021 is going to be a packed year for movies, which could be awesome, and could also kind of suck. So, of course, I'm disappointed at the state of movie-going, because going to the movies is my favorite thing to do. And I haven't been able to do that in a very long time, and I know there are much bigger problems in the world. But I do miss it. I'm looking forward to the day where I can go back and feel as safe as I did sitting down at my local Cinemark, because that used to be the place where I felt the safest. And I hope that I can return to that sooner rather than later. I'm looking forward to so many movies on this list, and it's crazy to think that we would have already seen Black Widow and James Bond and some of these other big movies that could have already come and gone. And some of them now aren't even coming until next year. It sucks, and it also sucks that a lot of movies were put on hold. Well, all movies had to stop filming for a while. The Batman, Avatar sequels, and Matrix and Fantastic Beasts 3, I think, are all back on track filming. But yeah, everything came to a screeching halt. And now people are trying to find their way back. Movie theaters are reopening, in my opinion, prematurely, but it's so hard to know when the right time would have been. Do we wait for a vaccine? Do we wait for numbers to fall, even though we're not making any progress in this country? On this channel, I don't really need to get into talking about the wider issue of coronavirus. I'm going to focus on the movie-going side of it, but I don't know. I'll keep updated. I want to cover more current events. I hope this was informative and that you now know how to mark your calendars for some of your most anticipated movies coming up this year and next. But a lot of these are still going to change. So hang in there. I hope you're all doing well. And I look forward to the day where we can all sit down and watch Wonder Woman and some of these other movies. Until next time, hang in there.